Welcome to USMK Insights, where we focus on US stock technical analysis. Using charts, trends, and price action will help you understand the market rhythm and make informed buy and sell decisions. Alright, hit subscribe and let's begin today's learning journey. Hi everyone, we're about to short PLTR, so there's naturally some pressure. It's not completely stress-free, of course, so let's get prepared. Step 1. Preparation. First, the big picture. Always start from the macro view. Set the context first. Plan before action. Step 2. Review our setup. Go through the trade plan and checklist again. Make sure nothing's missing. If there's a gap, fill it. Let's start with the overall market. Take a look at the indexes first. Start with the broader trend. Looking at the market, the Nasdaq is at this level. So what does this mean? Last Friday, it plunged sharply, then bounced back near the close. That's a sign of weakness. This kind of weak move suggests hesitation. It shows that Nasdaq is losing conviction. It might just go sideways on Monday and could drop on Tuesday. So we need to stay alert at this level. Let's look at the Nasdaq on the weekly chart. On the weekly time frame, I've mentioned this more than once before. It's been in the green for 2 weeks. 2 straight weeks of gains. This week right here, the odds of a pullback are high. The only question is when it will start. Now let's check the monthly chart. On the monthly level, further upside seems unlikely. Next, let's look at the 60-minute chart. After the rebound, it's now consolidating, just moving sideways here. Now let's look at the Dow Jones Index. The overall market trend is the foundation of everything. On the weekly chart, Dow Jones looks okay. After a big red candle, the bullish candle didn't cover it. So what's likely? We might see a doji here, or it could just drop straight from this level. That's on the weekly chart. Now let's check the daily chart. 2 straight days of sideways action. The Nasdaq could follow a similar path, like the Dow. Last Friday, the Nasdaq formed a doji, and we might see another doji today. So this could be how it plays out. But eventually, a drop is still very likely, and that drop could come as early as June 3rd, so we will watch that closely. Now, let's also check the monthly chart. On the monthly level, upside is very limited. Now, to the 60-minute chart, there's heavy resistance above. This is a classic case of what? A gap down area above that's now strong resistance. That gap is capping the price. First attempt failed to break through. The second push might follow a quick spike, but still likely to fail. Then it could pull back again, very tough to break out. Alright, that's the first point. We've reviewed the overall market. Now the second point, let's review key Nasdaq components. We will also look at PLTR sector. How's its ecosystem holding up? Let's start with Tesla. Tesla saw a sharp intraday drop. It dropped twice, 2 steep sell-offs, one here and another into the close, but it won't keep falling like that forever. At this level, especially this red candle, it dropped on high volume, and with volume behind it, what might happen now? It may form a small green candle today. Chances of another big drop are low. For a real downtrend to start, what has to happen? It needs a small green candle first, then fail to cover the red candle before falling again. That would make the drop more damaging. That's Tesla. Now, Tesla's weekly chart also shows a clear downtrend, and in pre-market it's gapping down. Today, PLTR, along with Tesla and many others, are all gapping down pre-market. This gap down will likely be recovered during the session. A classic feint move, down first, then up. Next, let's look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's current position also shows a gap down. It opened lower, same outlook as Tesla. Basically, it will likely recover some ground. Chances are it will bounce back a bit. But after that rebound, the real drop may begin. That's when the major downtrend could actually unfold. So keep an eye on that. Third, let's check Intel. Intel is another major component. Right now, Intel is slightly gapping down. At this level, it's already in a clear downtrend. Not much more to say here. Weak rebound, then more downside. After weak bounce, likely to fall again. AVGO, let's take a look at Broadcom. Broadcom has rebounded to this point and is likely to fall. This area looks ready to turn lower. Now, Microsoft. Microsoft is sitting very high. It's overextended here. Yeah, you never know when a big red candle will hit. It's hard to predict. Apple, now this one directly impacts the Nasdaq. Apple can significantly sway the index, but Apple has already pulled back ahead of time. Let's see if it can stay steady for one more day. It might hold up on June 2nd. Since the gap down isn't too big, it might stabilize today, then begin a new leg down. It could even break the previous low. Apple's current setup overall looks like a bearish continuation. Check the weekly chart, it's a continuation pattern. That's all for the major stocks. Now let's look at what we're holding. Start with the leveraged index TQQQ. TQQQ is gapping down pre-market, but it likely won't fall much today. As for our SQQQ position, SQQQ is rising now, it's moving up. Unfortunately, we hit a sell signal here. This was a sell point. Should have sold half the position. Sorry I couldn't notify everyone in time. Next time, make your own call in movements like this. When profits hit levels like this, we had over 5% unrealized gains. Within just 2 to 3 trading days, unrealized profit reached 5%. So it's okay to lock some in. Take partial profits when it's time, especially now with the gap up, we're in profit. Hold on to it for now. Let's move on to PLTR, still in our portfolio. What to do with PLTR now? Just hold it, stay firm. If you believe PLTR will drop, then hold steady. It just gapped up. Now it's up to $10.10. Our cost basis is around $10.50. We're down about 3% right now. Hold it, stay calm. As long as you believe PLTR will fall, PLTR will rise accordingly. It's set up for a breakout, and it could be a weekly level rally. Yes, a full weekly level move, so stay alert here. Alright, on to the second major point. Let's now review our trade plan. Our strategy setup. First trade PLTR. We are targeting PLTR and the direction is put options. We are going short, buying puts. Expiration date June 6th. Put options expiring on June 6th. Strike price $12.50. Yes, strike set at $12.50. Because we're not sure how much it will drop, but this level seems within reach. Let's go over it again. 3 key points. First, on the daily chart after a strong green candle, today will likely form a doji. After big green day, a doji usually signals. It's hard to see another strong green candle right after. Another sharp rally right away is unlikely. Usually what follows is either a doji, mild pullback, or sharp correction. In my view, at least a mild pullback is coming. So for this put option, we have a 70 to 80% probability of success. Taking this put is a solid setup. We're going with the put and the odds look favorable. That's the first reason. Second reason, check the weekly chart. At this level, it looks like a 7% surge on the daily chart, but on the weekly, it tells a different story. After 4 weeks of gains, it's gone sideways for 4 weeks, up 4 weeks, then flat for 4 more. Now it looks ready to fall. That drop could come any moment. Long consolidation often leads to a drop. After 4 weeks of this, we will likely see it fall this week, maybe bounce next week, then flatten. And what next? Form a large M top. That M top will eventually break down. That's a weekly chart, and that's reason 2. Now for reason 3. Even the insiders, including the CEO, have been selling their PLTR shares. The stock doubled from $6.60 to $13.30, but hasn't had a real pullback. It hasn't yet digested this massive rally, so a correction is due. This pullback will come for sure. If that's the case, we need to stay firm on 2 things. First, stay committed to holding PLTR. Hold PLTR confidently, no problem there. Second, SQQQ will also continue rising. No issue with that either. Stay firm. These are core positions. Core positions should make up 90% of your portfolio, including your existing long positions, stocks, or long ETFs. Those should take up over 90% of your holdings. then carve out just 10%, maybe just 5% a day, or about $200, roughly 5%, even less. Just a small position, plus some profit from SQQQ. Add that too. Use these two parts, small capital plus SQQQ gains, to try out a short setup here, just to get a feel for it. One last reminder, just knowing a stock will fall isn't enough. With options, timing matters. You're dealing with significant time decay, so take it step by step, adjust as you go. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.